When you look at stained glass, you're first attracted to the colors, but what really defines each space are the lines separating the colors. In this example, we've created an unbreakable stained glass plaque from foil. The things you need to get started are a styrofoam disc and some aluminum foil. You need chenille stems, some paint pens, cotton swabs, pins. You'll need wire cutters, pencil might be handy, and a couple of different types of glue, and some ribbon.
Okay.
Well, let's start out.
Okay.
So start out with your disc and make a line of glue down the center. So this is a tacky style of craft glue that's a thicker weight. You just need to get your line started down the center of your foam disc.
It always helps if you open the
It helps if you open the cap first. So just drag this across. It doesn't have to, you don't have to measure this. You're just getting across the widest part of your disc.
Right.
Now place your chenille stem onto the glue. And this is going to create your center-ish line.
This works perfectly because the fuzzies on the chenille stem just stick right down on top of the glue.
You can smooth it out even. Okay, so now what you can start to do is create your pattern. And this stem is longer here, so I'm just going to trim it, and I'll use that piece to create another line. And I'll just find a spot where it fits in.
Perfect.
Like that.
Very Frank Lloyd Wright.
That's right. You can just keep layering your chenille stems onto this, and then you want to let that dry.
Here's your one you've been working on.
Yeah, so this one has all of the pieces already laid into place, and they're all glued down. And then I'm going to go around and trim up the ends with the wire cutters. And just make sure that you don't let those fly away.
Yeah, and keep it flush.
Right, so it's all flush against the edge. Then you're going to use a thinner type of glue. School glue works great for this. You can just drizzle it over the top, because now you're going to add foil.
And you want to make sure that the foil is shiny side up.
Right, so that it makes your design nice and shiny on the lines. So place that over your disc.
That's what's going to give it that radiance.
That's right. Luminescent.
That's right.
You can start pressing this down and start to press into those lines with your fingers and wrap the foil around to the outside of the disc.
We can use a Q-tip for this step too, right? To kind of really get into those. Can I have one?
Sure you can.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, so that helps us get into those tiny cracks and crevices.
Very good. So once you have this all pressed down, it's going to look like this. And you want to, again, let that glue dry.
This is pretty cool as is, even. I like
sure
it.
is, but let's add some color.
I'm ready. What color do you want?
I'll take red.
Okay, I'll take orange. Ready, set, color.
Ready, set, go.
So we're using a permanent marker for this step. And you want to just kind of outline your shape and then just start filling in these blocks of color. The cool thing about these pens is they work on a ton of different surfaces. And Katie, can you see the texture coming through?
Yes.
Love that texture.
Me too, and you can even keep just filling it in, so it really does look like stained glass.
And I like the way it looks when I was starting to kind of scribble color, shame on me, which is okay really, because it's art. But it looks really good when you go in the same direction, I'm finding, back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to outline it first and then color it in too.
And then we would just switch colors for the next section.
Yeah, and you can even use paint pens that have a little bit of metallic fleck inside.
Ooh.
So you get that metallic shine. And broader tip pens are going to have a different effect than thinner tip pens.
So when we finish the edges, you can go ahead and color that while I...
Okay.
If you look at our finished one, we actually have a hanger on the back side. I'll flip it around so you can see. But that makes it neat, so you can hang it on the wall like a piece of art. But the first thing you'll want to do is just tie a bow with some ribbon. Any ribbon will work, or yarn, whatever you want to use. And then we're going to make it look really finished with the edge look really finished with this piece of ribbon. So I need some more thick glue, please.
Sure thing.
And I'm going to keep mine on the foil section, kind of down the center. And then what I like to do is just start it. Could you hold that up for me, please? Thank you.
Yes.
And cover up that edge of foam so that it looks nice and clean. And then you'll just hold it in place with pens while the adhesive sets up. And then you would just peel your, oh, I can go a little bit further with the pen. And your glue will dry clear, but you can just peel this up a little bit.
Oops, I'm sorry.
That's okay. And add another section of glue. And then you would just keep going. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Pat that on. And then if we flip it over, do you want to do
The honors.
there we go.
So you'll just add some more of this tacky glue to the end of the ribbon.
Right.
And when you put this on to your disc, you can orient it so that these ends are pretty even, because it helps to tie the bow before, of course, you have to tie the bow before it's attached.
Right.
So this way you can make sure that your ends, see how they're not perfectly even? That's okay, because the bow is centered at the top of the disc.
Perfect. And then you'll want to use pens to hold it in place while it dries.
We'll pin this down.
And we can look at the finished one. This is a really neat idea, isn't it? Stained glass right inside your home.
And so colorful.
I love it.
Me too.